Yo, 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 you already know. It's your boy Mo, pulling out the dough. Real brothers gonna let the truth get exposed, man. This topic today, we're gonna talk about the disadvantages and the downfalls of having a high IQ level. Cause for those that know, people on this journey, like pure consciousness and high IQ level and high intuition, it goes hand in hand with each other. So, I mean, not much is really, not much has, really similarities, but they do go hand in hand with each other. And we talking about the disadvantages of a high IQ level in this video, and then the next video, we're gonna talk about the advantages of having a high IQ level. So with that being said let's get to the number one reason of having a high IQ level is a disadvantage. So we're going to start with, number one. The number one reason why having a disadvantage of a high IQ level is that you seem to be more in your masculine energy. Like you think more than you feel. And mind you, we human beings, we have both feminine and we have masculine energy. So if you have like a high IQ level, you start to think a lot instead of rather just feeling. Because, men, we think a lot, and females, they feel a lot. Females, they don't really feel, they don't really think, they just feel. They think with their hearts, not with their mind. So my whole life, I've been in my masculine energy a lot. That's why I have kind of a wounded masculinity. And a wounded masculinity could be from just thinking a lot, always thinking, always, thinking instead of just feeling. Always, trying to overwork yourself and try to always overwork your mind, just overthinking 24/7, things of that nature, instead of just feeling, rather just being in the moment, just feeling good, things of that nature. So it's supposed to be a balance between masculine and feminine energy, but the masculinity is like a cup. Say, for instance, it's like a cup. It overflows instead of just having a balance. So it's going to lead to toxic masculinity, then it's going to overflow. It's going to be topsy-turvy. And then you're going to blow up. Then you're going to have too much feminine energy at the end. Because it's toxic. It's not, one next to the other. That's what leads to, a wounded masculinity. That's the disadvantage of having a high IQ level. And we're going to talk about the second reason of the disadvantage of having a high IQ level. You may not learn the value of hard work. You know what I mean? Because you hear the phrase all the time. Think smart, work smart, but don't work hard. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with working smart. But the thing is working hard also builds the character as well. Working hard builds the character because you actually went through it. Because you actually experienced it. And experience is what builds who you are or determines the humbleness and things of that nature. So that's another reason why having a high IQ level is a disadvantage. And the third one is that people put you on a pedestal. When people know you for having a high IQ level, people kind of put you on this high pedestal because since we live in a society where there's a lot of low vibrational bots in this 3D matrix that we're living in, that we're dwelling in. So people with a high IQ level, which is a select few, which is the chosen one, which is less than the bare minimum. So when they see you, they see something that they're not used to. So they mainly looking for answers 24/7. And 9 times out of 10, that can wear you out because we are all one within this universe. They don't know that just because you're high vibration, you have a high IQ level, there's not days where you're down, and there's not days where, there's certain areas in life where you lack at. So that's what people do not look at. Just as an example, like Vaughn Two Cut, say as an example, Vaughn Two Cut. Vaughn Two Cut was a great YouTuber. He was doing this thing while he was on YouTube. But the thing about Vaughn Two Cut is they kept putting Vaughn Two Cut on a pedestal. They kept pedestalizing Vaughn Two Cut until he crashed out and he made that video, like hamster whale video, to come up with a slick way to try to get off YouTube, to try to take a break off YouTube, because you have to constantly put yourself out there, constantly put yourself like out there just for other people. You're putting yourself at risk. So that's one. That's the third disadvantage. The fourth disadvantage is that, 9 times out of 10, as I mentioned before, there's low vibrational people. So mainly people, they're kind of, annoyed by you. They're kind of agitated and, aggravated of you. This, that, and the third. And this might lead to my next slide where you talk about how this could ruin relationships as well. Because 9 times out of 10, as I mentioned before, you think more than you feel. So when you just having a casual conversation, or say, as an example, when you with a bunch of friends, or when you with a bunch of peers, you just having fun, having a vibe. Right now, they're in the feeling moment. They're in the feeling moment. And they might say something, say something wrong, or just might make a mistake. So you with the high IQ level, you coming to correct them and being technical all the time, or being technical 24/7, rather than just having fun, which is which I just said for the first reason, you in your masculinity. It's too much masculinity. You're thinking more than feeling instead of just thinking and feeling at the same time. It's a balance. So people might just get annoyed. 9 times out of 10, people might call you conspiracy theorist. Because I've been called conspiracy theorist my whole life. Ever since I was born. My ancestors has been watching me ever since I was a kid. Even before I became into awakening. Even before I had my spiritual awakening when I was 18 years old. But as a baby, my ancestors have been with me. So I would see certain stuff or just peep certain stuff off of intuition. And as I mentioned, intuition and IQ level go hand in hand with each other. So as I would see certain things, especially being with family or being with friends, I've been called weird my whole life. People have been calling me weird my whole life because I just be overdoing, like quote unquote overdoing it. But I have like a high sensory that I was blessed with. And my family has been calling me weird. My older brothers has been annoyed when I try to correct them on some conscious, like trying to talk to them on a conscious level. They were like, yo, everything is not, everything doesn't have to be conscious or woke. Even in high school, niggas calling me conspiracy theorist. Even back when I was in high school, niggas used to be like, yo, shut your wannabe Malcolm X head ass up. You want to be like Martin Luther King, you want to be a public speaker so bad. This, that, and the third. And the fifth disadvantage is you tend to overthink a lot. As I mentioned in the first slide, that leads to the wounded masculinity. You overthink. 9 times out of 10, you can lead into the rabbit hole. And mind you, my whole life, I haven't been having, friends like that. I haven't been, really having fun. I've just been moving around a lot and being in my head all day because I look at myself as my own best friend. So when I'm alone, I'm always in my head, 24/7. And the sixth reason sixth disadvantage of having a high IQ level is that people think you're a braggart. As I mentioned before, how people will get annoyed by you. Because this is how, for me as well, I'm going to say this from experience. A lot of women, a lot of beautiful, good-looking women, or women with good personality, I chase them away. Either that or friends. But I chase a lot of women away just off of having a high IQ level, like just for, scaring them or try to put them on to something that, that they was never taught. So it's me. I'm always in my dominant energy, so I have the mentality, the leadership mentality. So when I try to lead people, especially when people didn't ask or people did not expect it to be, they just seem to think that I'm bragging or I'm trying to show off or, I have a superiority complex that I think I'm above, high and above somebody when I'm trying to inspire people. That's what I came onto this 3D matrix and this 3D realm just to do, was to inspire people as I'm doing to you guys right now. So people think that, oh, you think you better than somebody. Oh, you think you smart. Oh, you think you know it all. Oh, you think you have the answers. This, that, and the third. And women, they sort of, they got like intimidated by me just because. So that gave them, the feeling like, I should stay away from this dude and just be with somebody at my own level. From their perspective, that's what they're thinking. Because it's like, damn, this nigga is crazy. I've been called crazy my whole life. I've been called weird my whole life. I've been called, oh, you think you better than somebody, you think you know it all. And the last disadvantage of having a high IQ level is society. Society is like a playground to you. It's like a kindergarten playground to you. Because once you wake up, there's no going back to sleep. So I've been almost woke my whole life. So there'll be certain things that I would not partake in, or there'll be certain things that, that I know is bad for you on the metaphysical level. But other people, they just see the regular physical level instead of the metaphysical level, from the metaphysical standpoint of things. So I haven't really been having that much fun ever since I was a kid, ever since I was, a shorty. Because I had to be on point 9 times out of 10, and I don't have enough balance within me, myself. I know that I'm getting deep into it, but that's all I have for now for the disadvantages of having a high IQ level. But the next video, I'm about to put the advantages of having a high IQ level. With that being said, it's your boy Mo Steez. I love y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe so it can boost the algorithm, so it can reach the masses. That being said, I wish y'all peace, prosperity, and unlimited abundance. Peace.